Okay. So, ew, there I am. Blech. This might be a long one because it's going to be difficult. Okay, so for starters, as soon as I set them both down, she just sat like a rock, and she wanted to do hi that. I know I should probably, I could just at least take her dress down. Anyways, okay, so she's very solid. I don't care about standing. That's not an issue for me. She stands, but that's not what I care about. I just try to show you, like, she doesn't, like when I kneel her, that's it. She's kneeled. She's done. And then there's her chest movement a little bit. But like, she's just solid. She's a rock. Like, I have to push her. Oh, shit. I have to push her over to get her to fall over. But this little gal, she's just like spaghetti. And that's great, I guess, if you want to do some really crazy pretzel poses. I don't like mobility joints because that makes them forget trying to stand her, because that's not I don't care about standing. That's not my problem. But like, you're constantly, I don't know if you can see with her, I'm constantly having to move, like wait, what? And then move that around, forget standing. But just to get her even to do this, see how kicky? And she just doesn't, she just keeps fighting it. And then boom, like, it's just not easy. There she is. But it takes time. And then she does this a lot, which is a little annoying. Burp, 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 burp. Just floppy. And I've heard other reviews where they're like, well, yeah, maybe it's just she's strung a long time ago. Nobody wants to restring her because she's got metal clips inside here, which is kind of cool on the strings. I mean, I think it's a well-designed body. I think the resin feels cool. Her seams aren't nearly as bad as this. You can't probably see them, but her seams are whatever, bad. What I do, the pros about her head is a champ. Oops, I'm about to pull her wig off. As you probably know, she's designed with this different weird ball joint back here, which is great because she can just do everything. Her head is awesome. Her head is not as good. This wig, this is the eyeball. That's supposed to be an 8-9. Dresden takes a 7-8 all day. She's a 7 effing 8. So, you know, she holds her pose. And she goes up and down. She's pretty good, but not compared to her. Her head movement destroys her head movement. That said, see how she's still just sitting like a rock, and if you know, she's not falling down. She's just, there she is. And this girl, like, I have her sitting, you know, not on her knees, because, see, like, you seeing this? I would call that kicky. And it just takes, and plus, since her feet move around so much, there she is. That's what she likes to do. But since her feet move around and her mobility joints, it's like spaghetti. It's just like friggin' spaghetti. Does she have ridiculous range of motion? Yeah. She can't do that. And plus, I like her hands are much prettier, but I'm just saying, well, yeah, her arms don't have, I'm not arguing that her range of motion and her mobility isn't off the charts. It is. But because of that, she's a little hard to manage. You know, when excuse me, oh my God, I burped. Her legs, she doesn't have the mobility joints. Okay, now I'm having an issue. It's hard when you have the tights on to know which way they go. But when I do this, see that? That's just there. That ain't going nowhere. Again, there. See? No kicky, no floppy, no nothing. And bam, down she goes. So that's why I love the Souldoll body. And it's the same. It's not just a one-off Souldoll body. It's the same with her sister without a head. This body is actually different. This is the newer body. Nicer hands, nice to me. Nicer arms, thinner arms. See how her arms are supposed to be like human-y? So they have that sort of fatness. But the same thing with her. You just straighten her legs out. And then you just go boop, boop, and boop. Can you see her? I don't know if I have her on camera. Anyway, she just sits like a rock. I don't know about the posing of the arms. That's not my, I don't care about that. My issue is when I want them to sit in place, I want them to sit in place and not pop out. And I'm like always afraid to touch her. And like if I put her on, boop, like it takes nothing to just, oh, that wasn't good. Oh, you bonked your head. So, and you know, she does this. That's a position she can do with her little, because she has the mobility joints. So she does that. My whole issue is with, not just with this being a little floppy, but just that it's just hard to get her to, her feet are always twisted around in all different positions. And I have to like really, there, yay. And I don't have to do that with her. Just boom and boom. And there she is. So that's it. And there, whoopsie. You know, you touch her. I don't want to hit her head again. You touch her. Crap. There, have to sit her like that. Back with the legs like that. And then she'll stay more stable. Whereas this one, if I like pop her back, she just pops back. She's not, or she stays there. She's not falling down and falling over. She just, she's steady and solid like a rock. So that's what the difference is. I'm not trying to make a case to sell you, because you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. And your head movement is insane. Like, just ridiculous. And her head movement, I mean, her head stays where you put it, unlike the rest of her body. And yep, there she goes again. So that's all. I mean, it's interesting. She's interesting. And for somebody who takes full body pictures, like I don't of my big dolls, as you know. Like mostly it's chest up. That's it. I'm not one to go, oh, I want to make her, you know, up into a pretzel and do all this weird crap. Like, that's what like Sarah was saying. It like depends on, you know, that's great. It's a little awkward and weird, but people like to do stuff like that. I'm not one of those people. I just want my doll, when I sit her down. Oh, and this is another thing with her. I don't know what and why, but like her leggings got so caught up in her joints that I almost had to cut them out, the leggings. And this is a thing, but so maybe you can see, you know, maybe you can understand what I'm saying. I know you didn't play with her much, and so for you, it was probably like, wow, she's a dream compared to Kiki Mirror Doll or whatever. And I'm just saying, compared to, this is the gold standard. She's the best SD I've ever had. And her sister, who needs her head. See, oh, I wish I could show you the other hook that's in Dresden. This hook, I'm gathering she was restrung, and this hook is tiny. So when you put any head on it, it basically doesn't move. That's why I ordered that big hook like she has from China. And I'm hoping that will resolve the problem. So yeah, she's lovely and beautiful and interesting, and I love the feel of her resin and all that. But I just wanted to say that, yeah, if I go to pick her up, she's floppy. And you know, and there, see how she's just falling all out of my hands and shit? And she's old. I don't know if she's older than her, but just maybe the way she was strung. And if I pick her up, I don't know if you can tell, she's not flopping. She's just, you know, she's just holding her little rock position, and back down she goes. Can't do that with her. I can't go, oh, let me just, and these knees won't stay. They just won't stay back. I have to literally like, okay, you stay. You know what I mean? I have to like, and then if that gets to staying, then that goes to going to doing that. So, anywho. These are my dream bodies. If I could have all these bodies, I would. And this one's the newer Souldoll, where it's got the one-piece torso and then the prettier hands. I think these hands look like man hands. I think you keep emailing me. I wonder if that shows in the video. Anyway, yeah, that is Shinydoll versus Souldoll. And that said, I still love her. How can you not love that face? So pretty. But I needed you to see, because I think you think I'm being picky or I'm high or something, because I knew the difference right away in how she just doesn't want. Sorry for the boobies. She just doesn't get into position as well. She doesn't stay in position as well. She is right now. But it takes work. It takes work, and I have to sort of like handle her like, and I don't with these two. That's all. Just take some patience. Say bye. Bye. I'm so pretty. I am pretty though. Very, very pretty. Okay.